Men, if you never do your own research, then you are always prisoner to the beliefs and opinions of others. Now, when the things that you want to develop are areas in which involve your health, your performance, your strength, the strength of your joints, your longevity, the most important thing that you have in your life, then the beliefs of others, whose beliefs are probably the beliefs of other people and the opinions of other people, that type of game is an extremely risky game. Now, this video, you will understand exactly how to effectively conduct your own research. And it's very simple. Because not doing it is an extremely risky game. Always taking the words for what somebody else says to be the truth. For those of you that have just jumped on the channel, welcome. My name is Paul Green. And I'm a former British paratrooper and Special Forces Support Group operator. I've been fortunate enough to be a physical training instructor in an extremely high performance bubble. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. Trained the RAF, the Royal Marines and the Paras. If the information in which I distribute is not good, is not well backed in research and science, when the effect of the training sessions in which I deliver could be the difference between life or death, then I need to have a fucking long, hard look in the mirror. And because it's an elite performance bubble, the people that I'm conducting these sessions for are no slouches. They are very switched on individuals. They will call out bullshit without any hesitation. So me, as an instructor in this realm, need to be really on the ball with this stuff, because they do not accept anything less than the highest possible standard. Anyway, that's my background. I have a very unique perspective on all of these matters. If you like them, subscribe to the channel and enjoy what I have to deliver. Nowadays, I'm a full-time online coach. I run the longevity program, in which is aimed directly at men over the age of 40 that take part in adventure and extreme sports, and martial arts as well, because I'm a competitive grappler myself. Rock climbers, mountain bikers, skydivers, free runners, skateboarders. Basically, the aim of the longevity program is to keep you doing your craziness for as long as possible. The plan for today is I'm going to talk about the information age, the current state of the world in 2024. The allure of an information summary, importance of going to source, how to actually do that, and then real world application. Now, if that seems like something that you'd be interested in, then get yourselves comfortable. This is a very important video, and it's something that will catch you out if you just don't have that level of concern to whether what you believe is actually true information. But it's extremely naive of me to think that you are going to believe everything I say. And I actually encourage you to challenge the things that I say. Because if you challenge me and I am wrong, I learn, and you are right. That's a win-win in my eyes. I learn from the situation. We as coaches have a responsibility to aim to be as accurate as possible. Obviously, we're not going to be accurate all the time. But having the humility to, suck it up when we're wrong, happy days. So, this is an important video, men. Trust me. So, as you're all aware, YouTube is the most used search engine on the internet. Particularly, men our age, men over 40, men over 50, love to search any queries we have on YouTube and find out how to solve them. And in a place where everybody is trying so hard to get your attention, they have to cram information down into a small, nice and neat package. Simply getting into the nitty-gritty and the science every single time sometimes doesn't cut the mustard. So that's YouTube, right? Because if you're not interested, if it's a boring video, if it's too technical, too logical, too theoretical, you're not going to be interested. That's YouTube. You watch the news. The news will summarise up a 2-hour podcast. Will they miss out some key points? Probably. Should you go directly to source and see the podcast for yourself? Maybe. Other areas like TikTok. I'm not saying that you use TikTok. I don't really use TikTok. I think it's mental. However, I've recently learned that TikTok's amazing for actually learning stuff, apparently. And TikTok, again, condenses information down and produce it back to you because they know there's an abundance of information. And they need to produce the most high quality offering for your attention as possible. With that, the information and the stuff that you get in your direction is extremely high quality. If it wasn't, you aren't going to watch it. But the problem with all of this is you are getting a summary of information. And sometimes that information leaves out key details of the truth. Sometimes that information is wrong. So what do? Like I'm saying, like the news summarises up key insights onto a conversation. YouTubers like myself, I summarise up the best exercise for strengthening your knees, whatever it might be. And it all comes down to time. How much time have you got available to be spending on looking for information, looking for accurate information? Are you time scarce? If you haven't got the time to be conducting your own research, then these summaries may seem like a very reasonable way for you to spend your time. Now again, there is not much difference in conducting your own research properly, looking at some research papers. I'm on about in time. There's not much difference between there's not much time difference between doing a little bit of digging through some research papers and watching a YouTube video. So when you understand the time thing isn't a valid excuse for you watching a summary, because you may watch a summary on the 5 best exercises to improve your rotator cuff pain, and then you might watch another guy saying his 5 exercises, and then you watch another guy watching his 5 exercises, then you might end up watching some videos of cats or something. So the actual time you spend researching may be better suited elsewhere. But, of course, it is a shiny object, and summaries get your attention for longer. They give you the information quickly and send you on your merry way. Okay, however, is it optimal? It is useful as long as you acknowledge what it's useful for. It's not useful for information. It is useful to guide your research. Going to source, right? There's a lot of intelligent people out there. There's a lot of people that study the exact things that you are looking to solve for decades. And these people are in labs conducting tests and trials on the exact problems in which you have. And they have not just solved it for people like you, they have solved it for thousands of people like you. The exact same problem. They have solved it at scale. And a research paper will show people that take part in research studies get paid to tick boxes. For example, if somebody has chronic knee arthritis and they are taking part in a trial to alleviate knee pain, you may have a group of the individuals, half of the individuals are part of the control group, and half of the people are doing active rest or yoga. Yeah, half are doing yoga, half are doing high intensity strength training on muscles that surround the knee. And both are either doing that, they're doing that for 12 weeks. Everybody that takes part in this study has to tick the exact criteria for intensity, tempo of exercise, the exercises which need to be done, the amount of repetitions, and if the yoga group has to conduct certain stretches for a certain amount of time. If they do not do that, every day they do not get paid. And every time these people train, they are held accountable by 1 or 2 or 3 sports scientists who are literally looking at them, making sure they're doing everything exceptionally well and training till failure when they've got chronic knee arthritis. And if they don't tick the boxes, if they don't feel up to the session because they are tired, they don't get paid. So that's how a good research paper works. So when you watch these summaries, you're missing out on the goods. Now, a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people on the internet will actually quote certain studies, and you can go bang, straight to source. But it's literally a superpower. Being able to do this is an absolute superpower. People like me, I have to get it right because I'm training people. People put a lot of trust into me. I have to go to source because if I just took somebody else's word for it and I've got other people's joint health, other people's performance, other people's when they're doing risk to life activities, if I am not well researched when they're doing risk to life activities, I have got to be some sick, horrible bastard. However, this is not about me. This is about you being able to just conduct your own research. Because it's a very powerful thing to be able to do. And hopefully you appreciate my passion on this. And trust me, of course, doing this, going to source, whether that be not reading a summary from a mainstream media company, summarising up what somebody said. Could be as simple as that. Watch the full conversation yourself. Make your own conclusions. Watch a summary on the best elbow exercises to reduce tennis and golfer's elbow. Watch a summary. But then go to the source and come to your own conclusions. Because when somebody asks you why you believe what you believe, and you just say because somebody else said that, that's not good enough, lads. That is amateur hour. It really is. There's no harm in being the nerd. However, what I will say on this, it is a little bit more boring than watching a nice edited video. Like my highly edited videos that are full of dopamine. Right, enough on that. So now we're going to change this into a how-to, and it's going to be live and direct, and I'm just going to bring it up. So I'm going to go onto Google, and I'm going to search something here called Scholar. Yeah, I'm going to click on Scholar, and I'm going to search the most injured joint in the body. Knee. And now look at this. You have studies, research on the knee. Now let's be more specific. Patella tendon, you know what? Knee arthritis, because this is a very common thing. If you have knee pain and it's left untreated, it will get worse. Arthritis is where avoidable issues start to become limitations. However, the research suggests it can be treated, even when it is in a really bad way. So watch. Knee arthritis strengthening. Watch this. So we have someone talking about strengthening and aerobic exercise on pain severity and function in patients with knee rheumatoid arthritis. Obviously, rheumatoid arthritis is a very neat. It's a strand off arthritis. However, you've got that one. Strength training for treatment in osteoarthritis of the knee, a systematic review. This is how you create your own research. This is how you come to your own conclusions with conviction. To assess the effectiveness of isolated resistance training, remember, the doctor tells you to rest. The doctor tells you to take tablets, ice, elevate, compression, all that bollocks. When you actually go to source, you've got to ask yourself, are the doctors and physios which are giving out the advice nowadays, now some of them are they researching recent stuff? Now I know this is 2008 September, right? Whatever. Look, 18 studies enrolling 2,832 subjects were reviewed. So this is a big summary of all other studies to come to some serious conclusions on exactly this. The effectiveness of isolated exercises on training arthritis symptoms. Now, if you went to your doctor and said, can I train to get stronger with my arthritis, they would look at you, put your symptoms into their computer and give you some tablets and say, I don't know, because they can't really give you that advice because you have sore knees the next day, you start pointing the finger and try and get compensation. Physical performance and psychological function in people with knee osteoarthritis. Look at this. You could have went on a summary exercise and not really known why things work. Anyway, the conclusion, resistance training improved muscle strength and self-reported measures of pain and physical function in over 50 to 75% of this cohort. 50 to 100% of the studies reported a significant improvement in all but one performance-based physical function measure, walk time. Okay, fair enough. The effects of resistance training on health-related quality of life and depression are yet to be confirmed. Okay, interesting. Health-related quality of life and depression. Fair enough. Different areas, but it's good that they included it. More research needs to be conducted to establish dose-response relationships and the effect of resistance training on long-term disability, disease pathology, and progression. Okay. How easy was that, lads? How easy was that for me to do? I searched a problem on Google Scholar, and I have got so much. The role of muscle strengthening in exercise therapy for knee osteoarthritis. When you download these studies, right, when you actually pay, some of them you have to pay for. I'll click on this very quickly and I'm going to move back off because you're probably falling asleep. Some of these are that juicy, they're behind a paywall and you pay like $5 and get full access. However, a lot of them are free and they will tell you the exercises which were conducted in this study to reduce knee pain by like 50% in a 12-week period. Honestly. So when you are looking at people that are switched on the internet, like myself, some of us actually do our digging and then push it out to use. However, with that alone, I don't tell you to believe everything I say. I tell you to use the information that I say as a guide to conduct your own research and come to your own conclusions. That is how to go to source. And it doesn't take very long. However, it's not as exciting and it's not as filled with dopamine as your average YouTube video nowadays. Remember, everybody's trying to rob you of your attention. But you, as an independent man, must regularly come to your own conclusions, because the words of other people hold nothing. Right then, so real world applications, I just talked about knee issue, knee osteoarthritis. Again, the knee is the most commonly injured joint in the body. That is a real world application. However, I'm not going to do another one because I want to keep yous. I want to keep yous on this video for as long as possible. I don't want to batter your head because I have a tendency to repeat myself. And that is a real world application. The knee one. I went into RA, rheumatoid arthritis, knee osteoarthritis. But again, it doesn't make a difference what your problem is. Just do it exactly the same. Like, 1 sec, I'll go again. Whatever your problem is, Google Scholar has the answer. And it's not just about your problem. And I know you're probably going to sit there with limiting beliefs and go, yeah, but I know my own body. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. There is people that have trained and alleviate themselves out of the depths of the earth. And any question, I say any, not any, because there's some areas that aren't heavily researched. So, but for example, how many, this is one that I watched recently, it's amazing. How many working sets per week to build strength? Where is he? This guy absolutely legendary, by the way. Brad Schoenfeld, absolute ninja at training frequency, how many reps to do, what speed to do your reps at, and how many sets you should be doing per week to get the most benefit for whatever your goals are. Look at him. Is he anywhere else? Anyway, this is where you should be going. Use the YouTubers to guide your research. I'm going to go back to my little... Come on. So I've given you some real world applications. You know, I've showed you how to do it. It's not as hormonal as watching an amazing video with crazy editing and music, but it's going to get you to the closest version of the truth if you believe science. Now, of course, there's a lot of reasons to not believe modern science, especially after the past few years. However, what else have you got to go off? It's better than somebody else's word. But what it allows you to do is just build up a bit more of a picture to come to your own conclusions. It's important. It's important, lads. And if it wasn't, it wouldn't be on my channel. So my plan was to talk about the information age, mention and highlight and warn you about the allure of the information summary. Everybody does it. The news does it. It's all on Google. It's all on YouTube. Everybody does it because we know that you are going to switch off our videos. Go into source, the importance. If you do not, you are always prisoner to other people's words. How to go to source? Simply go to Google, type in Scholar, click Scholar, type in your problem to the search bar, and then apply the study into your own situation. My promise was, at the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to effectively do your own research. If I delivered on that promise, then please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to have you around. Make sure you get some comments. Challenge me. If you don't believe what I say, give me some feedback in the comments. If you like what I say, mention it, and more importantly, share your own experiences. Because it's not just about me, it's not just about my opinion. What is your opinion? How do you do things? Do you prefer the summaries? Or do you actually like to do a bit more digging to learn the deeper layers of certain things. And this is my last thing. I've said it a few times in this video. I've said it about 5 times. Use people's opinions and beliefs to guide. Never. You'll know more than anybody. And I know more than anybody. If you use this as truth, you get caught out. It's only a matter of time before someone more switched on than you literally goes, "You're talking shit, mate." And that is a negative social situation as a result of you not doing your own research. When these are matters that involve your body, your health, your strength, your joints, something social is a blessing. If you don't get this right, if you don't come to your own conclusions with matters of your body, the adverse effects of that could be catastrophically worse than just getting schooled in an argument by one of your mates. Gentlemen, that's it from me. Research. Make sure you find the time to do your own digging and come to your own conclusions. Thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. See you in the next one.